Hi guys and welcome back in MedicalScribe. This video is the 13th video in the introduction to anatomy series. Today we will talk about the superior and the inferior terms. We can divide the anatomical terms in anatomy to three types in order to make it easy for us. The first type is the terms of relationship and comparison. The second type is the terms of laterality, while the last type is the terms of movement. All these types we will explain them in the upcoming videos. So the first type we have is the terms of relationship and comparison. These terms are a group of words and adjectives that are arranged in an opposite pairs pattern that mean the word and its opposite. These terms are used to describe the relationship between the parts of the body or used to compare between the position of different structures that relative to each other. And this first group are then subdivided into two subgroups of terms, which are the terms that depended to the anatomical position and the planes, and the terms that independent to the anatomical position and the planes. So regarding the first subgroup, it has many terms that we will take them one by one, which are the superior and inferior, and the anterior and posterior, and we have the medial and lateral, and we have the plantar and dorsal, and also we have a combined terms that combine between more than one subgroup. And today we will talk about the superior and the inferior. Alright? Good. The superior, or we call it the cranial or cephalic, and the inferior or caudal are two terms that describe the structures according to the vertical axis of the body. And they give us an idea about the level of structures, if it toward the head or up, or toward the feet or down. So, the superior describes the structures that is nearer to the head or cranium, and specifically the vertex of the head from another structure. For example, we can say the head is the superior end of the body. That means the head is the uppermost part or be in the upper end of the body. Or if we say the head superior to the shoulder, that means the head is upper than the shoulder or above it. Or we can say that the heart superior to the stomach. That means the heart is nearer to the head than the stomach. So this is the meaning of the superior. While the inferior, on the other side, will describe the structures that is nearer to the feet or the sole of the feet specifically from other structures, which is the same as caudal. For example, we can say the stomach is inferior to the heart. That means the stomach is nearer to the feet than the heart. Or we can say the coccyx is at the inferior end of the vertebral column, which means that the coccyx is the lowermost bone in the vertebral column. Or if we say the knee joint inferior to the hip joint, that means the knee joint below the hip joint and it nearer to the feet from the hip joint. And lastly, when we say that the feet are the inferior end of the body, that means the feet are the lowermost structures in the body. So this is the meaning of the inferior. And that's it. I hope what I said makes sense. See you next video and goodbye.